AVC Sports and FM 97.7 present high school basketball on WILE, Byesville, Cambridge. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They are professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tournament action at the Steel Center. Bill Kafuri, and I got to look to my left, Mike Snively.
Good to see you again, Bill.
See you there.
Old neighbor.
Hey, Division 4 district final partner. Here we go. John Glenn, Cambridge Bobcats. Only 3 losses between them in the season. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about, but
right.
You're battling for the Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. And Bill, I believe if I did my math right, John Glenn's won 22 in a row.
Yep.
And Cambridge 13? Is that right? 13 in a row. So, I mean, we got some streaks on hand here tonight.
Listen to the pregame show brought to you by Valentine Insurance tonight as the Bobcats come in as the home team snuck out a little bit higher seed, the number 2 versus the number 3 seeds in the tournament, and 2 of the top teams in the state, along with Maysville, in this same district.
Right.
That's pretty unusual.
A combined 4 losses between 3 teams, and one of them being a defending state champ. This is and more than likely, the winner of this one's going to face that defending state champ next week down at the Ohio University Eastern Eco Center, they call it now.
Yeah, and tonight, you know, it's kind of a rematch, if you will. The Bobcats and the Muskies played earlier this year at Cambridge, and John Glenn came out on top 72-59 in that game, but it was tied after 3 periods and even into the early part of the 4th quarter, and then John Glenn able to get a little bit of an advantage, get to the foul line, and stretch it out a little bit. And, you know, you got to wonder tonight, is it kind of a replay of that? Is John Glenn 10, 12 points better than Cambridge? But the Bobcats have been playing very well lately.
Cambridge has been playing great. You know, you just discussed that game from December 27th. In high school basketball terms, that game's over 2 months ago. That's like 3 years ago. You know, both these teams are different now. And in one aspect, they're going to be different. Tonight, we know that Cooper Briggs has a banged-up leg. He will not be starting. However, he is dressed, and we watched him use his try to, you know, work out his mobility on the court before the game. So we know at least Cooper Briggs will not be in the starting lineup, but will be playing.
Yeah, Coach Scheck, I talked to him before the game, and he said, literally, he said, a game time decision. We're letting him warm up. If he can get loose a little bit, he said he might see some action. He said, we're prepared to go either way. And, you know, Coach McCourt said the same thing. He said, it doesn't matter who they start or who comes in for him. He said, we're ready to go with it, whatever.
Absolutely. And one more thing, back to the game on December 27th. It was a 13-point win by the Muskies over at Cambridge. But there was just a couple of different things that happened in that game. One, I remember John Glenn did not shoot well. Cambridge did shoot well, but Cambridge got really loose with the basketball the 4th quarter, and John Glenn made a lot of free throws in that 4th quarter, and that's how because it was mostly a pretty close game for most of the game until that last 3 minutes of the 4th quarter.
49-49 going into the 4th period, so a little bit high-scoring game.
Yeah.
But John Glenn able to hold the Bobcat to 10 points. Cambridge had 21 turnovers in that game to John Glenn's 5.
Yep.
That's certainly a huge difference right there, and both coaches alluded to that when I talked to him before the game. And Coach Scheck said, I don't expect him to handle the ball like that. And
right.
Of course, Coach McCourt said, I don't expect us to handle the ball like that either.
No, and you would hope not. Now, we're on the big stage now, so this first 4 minutes of this game is going to be very important. They're still walking in here. It's going to be packed to the rafters, and it's going to be about 82 degrees in here pretty soon.
It's 95 up here right now. I feel like I'm in Myrtle Beach or something like that.
It's cooking.
You're listening to our pregame action brought to you by Valentine Insurance, the co-coaches of the year. Going battle tonight. against each other for the right to go to the Sweet 16. Stay tuned. More pregame action coming from the Steel Center at Muskingum College right after this.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
When life feels heavy, you shouldn't have to wait for help. At Allwell's Walk-In Now, Guernsey County's behavioral health urgent care, support is ready right when you are. No appointments, no hassle. Just walk into our office at 831 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and get fast, compassionate care. Allwell's Walk-In Now, because the best time to feel better is now. Be well, stay well, all well.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Muskingum Valley Youth Shooting Sports Banquet on Saturday, March 14th. There'll be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, March 14th at the Muskingum County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults, $25 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott at 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee. And who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint. Trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back to the Steel Center, Division 4 District Final. Bill Kuturi, Mike Snidely, high atop the Steel Center. Pregame continues here on our Valentine Insurance pregame. Everybody who's anybody is here, except the ones. We're getting text messages. I got a group in Florida. There's a bunch of locals down there watching on the big screen. Jerry Boyer and Ann Crew down in Punta Gorda.
Our good friend Cheryl Matthews, got a friend Tim Yeager. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Yeah, it's got to be cooler where you're at than it is here, because we're in here with about 2,500, maybe 3,000 of our closest friends.
I think they're still walking in too, Bill.
And you teach science. Science, heat rises, right?
Well, I don't teach science, but I did know that heat did rise, yeah.
Just about time to get things underway, and always an important part of the game is our keys to the game. TK Auto Service, keys to the game. We talked a little bit already about what some of those keys are. What are you thinking?
Well, I think Cambridge has to take care of the ball and be less careless than they were in the last game. John Glenn, they just have to do what they've been doing, continue to play defense, pass the ball around, have great spacing on offense, and they shoot the ball well when they are spaced out well.
They do, and the question tonight's going to be how much will Briggs not being in the lineup as much? Of course, he missed 75-80% of the last game. He got injured early. So
we're going to see Oakley Zeminski tonight for the John Glenn Muskies.
National Anthem brought to you by Byesville VFW Post 3760. That'll get us started for tonight's festivities. Our national anthem, sponsored tonight by Byesville VFW Post 3760. If you haven't figured out already, it is going to be loud here at the Steel Center. Like I said, somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 people.
Who knows how many
seats?
But you're right, Bill. It's there's going to be times, I think, tonight where we're going to have a hard time hearing each other, and we're sitting a foot apart from each other.
Yep, a lot of people between us and the floor. Hopefully we'll be able to get a handle on what's going on there, because you're not going to hear anything. The whistle blowing? No, not going to hear that either.
We could hear it when Cambridge came out the first time to enter the floor with 20 minutes on the clock. It got really loud on that other side, and then here comes John Glenn, and it just got just as loud right in our ears. So it's going to be a fun, electric atmosphere.
John Glenn, 22 wins in a row. The last couple tournament wins against Morgan and Claymont, the Bobcat have put together a 13-win streak, including a couple of Indians, Indian Creek and Indian Valley in the tournament. Starting lineup tonight brought to you by Sarah Wickerham, State Farm, for the Muskies in their road maroon and white jerseys. C.J. Dolan, 15 points a game. He'll get the start out on top. Oakley Zeminski, 6'2" senior, in the starting lineup tonight, along with Ben Stamm. 10 points a game for him, and an outstanding free throw shooter. Braden Davis, 6'3", double-digit scorer, gets a lot of it done inside. He's that guy that ends up being the recipient of a lot of drives to the hoop.
He's the inside presence for the Muskies.
And the guy that starts all that, Seal Bates, first team all-district player, 20 points a game. He can shoot it from the outside, he can shoot it from the inside, he can shoot it at the line, and he can take it to the hoop, and he does distribute the ball when it needs to be.
His last 10 games have been fantastic with his court vision.
Bobcats starting lineup. They are the home team tonight in their white uniforms and royal blue trim. Garrett Carpenter, first team all-district, 24 points a game. He's had about 4 or 5 game winners for the Bobcats this year as well. Mason Gregg, double-digit score for the Bobcats, a 6'1 senior. Cam Lauer, 5'10 junior at 13 points a game. He can light it up outside if you let him stand there. Rylan Matthews for the Cats and Austin Jenkins, a couple of 6'1 seniors who go unheralded a lot because all they do is score when they need to score. They're not double-digit scorers, but they can shoot the ball outside and they can do the dirty work inside if needed.
They understand their roles, and that's so important, right, especially in the district finals. I believe just one junior on the floor, 9 seniors.
Braden Davis, Garrett Carpenter in the center circle to get things going. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. We'll name them. Not all right now, though. Doan Ford, Billy Chardler, and West 40 Auto Steels has us getting ready to go. I hope you're ready, because we are. Ball's up in the air and controlled by the Muskies. And man-to-man defense for the Bobcat. Dolan. Backdoor cut to the hoop, put in for 2.
Easy backdoor cut right off the bat for the maroon and white.
Trap at half court, skip pass across, three-pointer in the air, cha-ching! Cam Lauer with the 3. And a run out. Muskies get the rebound on the miss. Bates for 3. Cha-ching!
Oakley Zeminski kept that play alive with that offensive rebound.
Talk about a little bit of emotion here early. Full court pressure across the timeline. Zeminski on Lauer. Taps it out of his hands, bodies him up out on top. And now a foul called. Zeminski got a little bit too much of him. So you got to wonder early, how much will they let him play?
Right.
They call a foul there, and I didn't think a lot of contact.
It's going to be a quality crew on the game, and I misspoke earlier. That was Ben Staum that kept that play alive for the Muskies on the offensive end.
5-3, Muskies on top, doubling when they can. Putting pressure on the ball. That's where the Bobcats' weakness can be. Little rebound on top to the high post. Jenkins to Matthews. In the corner, 3 put up. Cha-ching, Mason Gregg. 2 for 2 for the Bobcats, both from downtown, and they lead at 6-5.
Hot shooting for both teams right now.
Dolan off the dribble, goes left side. Stop, misses the short runner. Carpenter with the rebound. Out ahead to Gregg.
John Glenn will press after misses.
Carpenter, pull up, deep 3. Off the heel, long rebound to Bates. They'll walk it across the timeline. Spreading the floor out. 6'5 Bobcat. Down the lane. Bates, a little spin move. Puts up the right hand. Not there. Tap back inbounds. Saved by the Bobcat. Matthews kept it inbounds. The Bobcats will bring it the other way. In the corner. Again Lauer. That one too long, but right there to clean it up. Garrett Carpenter stick back. 8-5 Bobcats. Dolan with the runner. The one-hander, no good. Long rebound in the corner, pulled down by Zeminski. He'll feed it in the post to Davis. Wraps it around, puts it up and in. No, stepped out of bounds.
Cambridge with a little momentum here early, shooting the ball well. 3 of their first 5 shots.
Davis ran out of court.
Briggs has now checked in for Zeminski.
Keep an eye on him, see how well he's moving. Man-to-man in the backcourt. Bates against Lauer. Carpenter picks up the loose ball. Out to Mason Gregg. Right on the line for the deep 2. Rattles it in. That didn't want to go, but it had to. 10-5 Cats. Right side, long three, Briggs. And that one off the mark, cleared out by the Bobcats. Gregg out ahead, Lauer to Carpenter. Scoop shot, no.
Fast pace, Bill, very fast pace.
Strom picking it up, he'll pull up, top of the key for three. Catching. 46% outside the arc, cashed in there to make it 10-8.
This keeps up, neither school will have a voice left in their stands.
Nor us.
No, correct.
We've got to yell all night. 4:40, first period. Cats around the outside. Jenkins to Carpenter. Right side to Gregg. Davis on him, tries to use the dribble. Takes the deep three. No.
That may have been a little bit too deep.
Bates with a rebound. And the Muskies could tie it or take the lead here. Spreads the floor a little bit. Little bumping out on top. Bates to the foul line and then has it swiped away by Carpenter. 4-minute mark. Jenkins nearly loses it on the floor, has to go down after it, and they'll tie that one up. Should be Bobcat ball on the change of possession. And with 4 minutes left in a 10-8 lead, Cambridge will retain the ball.
Halfway, right at halfway of this first quarter, and it's been kind of everything we expected. Fast-paced. Now we're going to see both teams probably settle in just a little bit.
Yeah, get that emotion out of the way, get your second win. Carpenter will be on the trigger for the Bobcats, baseline right side. Gets it into Lauer. Back out on top to Garrett Carpenter. Cats will spread the floor here, not a lot of movement. Now right side, Carpenter will get it, looked at three. Pulls it back down and will reset on top. Deep three by Lauer. That one way outside comes off. Bates pushes it out ahead to Dolan. He'll pull up for the three. That one misses the mark. Jenkins for the Bobcats pushes it out ahead. Now to Gregg across the timeline up the left side. Hesitation. Feeds it over to the right side. Carpenter wide open for three. Catching. Third three of the period. Muskies trying to run it up after the make. Bates, little hesitation, takes it baseline. Lauer collapses and steals it away. And we'll bring it hard the other way. And they'll call the foul as Davis stepped out on him trying to stop him from going to the hoop.
3 turnovers for John Glenn, 0 turnovers for Cambridge, and Zemensky's going to check in for Braden Davis.
Check that foul on Stum. The Bobcats leading 13-8, have the ball. Baseline right side, this time Jenkins on the inbound. Goes to Gregg in the corner. He'll go off the dribble, step back, take the step back three. Rattles around and out. Dolan.
And I'm sorry, that was Genzer. Hayden Genzer checked in for Braden Davis.
Dolan will walk it across the timeline. Lauer checks him out on top. Tries to take him off the dribble. And contact there. Lauer bodied him up and will draw the foul. First on the Bobcats.
Hands are all over bodies. I would say just one hand. But once the second hand hits, it's an automatic foul, and that's a good call by the official.
Trayvon Alexander steps in for the Bobcats, his first action of the night.
Quentin Janosik checks in for the Muskies. He's just a sophomore.
Bates, out beyond the circle, top of the key. Looks for the backdoor cut. Bobcats taking that away, goes over to Dolan. Dolan trying to work something off the dribble. Beats Gregg off the dribble all the way to the hoop and in. Got his step on him and beat him to the hoop.
We'll see a full court pressure here from John Glenn. See how Cambridge handles it, and they do just fine.
Get it back to a ball handler. Gregg and Carpenter, the number 1 and 2 ball handlers for the Bobcats. Handle it there with the 3-point lead. Carpenter to the hoop, off the glass. That one too hard. Good defense that time by Zemensky. Under 2 to play. Bates will hand it off. Janosik, top of the key, looked at the three, and then fouled as he tried to get past Matthews, and that will be the second team foul for the Bobcats, first on Matthews. Davis back in the game along with Stump.
Both teams with 2 team fouls. That's not been a problem, and all 5 timeouts for each.
1:39 left in the period, 13-10 Cats. Janosik into Dolan. 1-4 low. Dolan again off the dribble to the hoop, lays it in.
That's the 3rd layup for Dolan in this game. He's getting to the hole.
He's just beating everybody off the dribble, taking it right in. No help defensively for the Bobcats. 1 point Cambridge lead, 1:20 in counting. Carpenter to Lauer. With the count on, uses up the dribble. Over to Carpenter. Back to the top of the key. Lauer will try to use the dribble up, got cut off pretty good. Back right side now to Carpenter. Tried to cross over. Janosik, good defense there, and they'll call the foul as Janosik got hands on him. That will be his first, team's 3rd.
That's a blocking foul for sure. Jose Davis, the official on that call, one of the most outstanding athletes I ever got the pleasure of watching play back in the 90s.
Briggs checks back in. So apparently he's good to go. 53 left here in the opening period. Carpenter catches, stops, shoots, 3, off the mark, rebound, knocked out of bounds by the Muskies. Stays with the Bobcats. Stamm and Lauer battling down low. 47 left on the clock. This time Carpenter goes to the trigger. Out to Lauer, back to Carpenter. See if the Bobcats will hold it for 1 here, maybe not. As Greg looked at the 3 from the left wing. Back to Carpenter. As Davis, who steps out on him, takes the 3 away. To Matthews, his 3 from the right corner, too long, and rebound comes down to Bates. He saves it into Briggs, and then tapped out of bounds by a diving Lauer, and they'll say touch last by Cam Lauer.
Everything we've expected.
A.J. Lawrence steps in for the Cats. Gives Lauer a break. 22 seconds left. Muskies a chance here to retake the lead late in the period. Hand off to Dolan in the backcourt. Got the shorter Lawrence on him, but a little bit quicker maybe. Way out on top.
This may be a one-on-one ISO for Dolan the way he's been handling the ball lately.
Trying to take Lawrence off the dribble. Picked up his dribble. Goes left side to Stamm. 2 seconds. 3 by Briggs at the buzzer. Well off the mark. And through 1 period of play from the Steel Center, the Bobcats lead it by 1. 13-12. You're listening to District Finals action on 97.7 and watching on YRPtv. We'll be back after this.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
Get the perfect mix of strength and style with this 2019 Ford F-250 Lariat Crew Cab at Doan Ford. Powered by a 6.2-liter V8 engine and showing only 80,000 miles, this truck is ready to handle any job you throw at it. Enjoy premium Lariat comfort, advanced tech, and the reliability you expect from Ford's Super Duty lineup. Whether it's work or weekend fun, this F-250 delivers. Stop in at Doan Ford today and take this powerful truck for a test drive at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road in Belmont.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at the Steel Center, 1 quarter in the books. Southeastern Ohio Credit Union scoreboard, 13-12. Bobcats again down the lane. Goes Dolan, kicks it out. Briggs for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound stick back off the mark by the Muskies, and the Cats will clear it out. Up to 4. Mason Gregg, wide open look for a 3. Touching! His second 3 of the night. And the Bobcats extend their lead to 4.
Cambridge Puts on the pressure right back at the Muskies.
Bates against Alexander. Across the timeline, a little chest bumping. Kick out, left corner, Stom 3, off the mark and into the hands of Carpenter, who will run it up, hesitates, goes down the lane, feeds it across to Matthews, back on top to Lawrence. 7-minute mark. Gregg down the lane, scoops it up, missed it, rebound, Matthews kicks it out, and Alexander's 15-footer off the right side, and Dolan will clear it out. That's getting some second opportunities here.
Absolutely, and they did not turn the ball over once in the first quarter. John Glenn turned it over 3 times.
16-12 Bobcats, 6:40 in counting. Dolan outside the wing right side goes to Bates. Alexander on him, right in his chest. Stomp, left side, Briggs 3. That one long. And again, Carpenter with the rebound. Gets the handoff, pull up 3 left side. Long rebound right into the hands of Stomp.
Defensively, I think Cambridge is doing a fantastic job right now. They're up in the chests of John Glenn.
Dolan down the lane, his floater off the mark. Davis will get the rebound, fade away. That one comes up short. Gregg with the rebound, up ahead to Carpenter. 4-point Bobcat lead, under 6 to play in the first half. Carpenter to Matthews. Hand off to Gregg, deep 3. Way outside the college arc, and that one comes down for a soft 3. Ben Stom, cha-ching. Front rim, back rim, and in. 1 point, Bobcat lead.
Kind of similar to the first matchup back in December, just stayed at that 1 to 5 point range the whole game.
Third 3 of the night for the Muskies. Both these teams living outside the arc here.
For sure.
Carpenter, nice feed in the paint. As he got Matthews to slip open on the pick and roll, and he'll lay it up and in. Carpenter with the assist. 18-15, under 5.
You really don't want to leave your feet in that situation defensively.
Bill Bates. Some hand fighting out on top, and Alexander looks at the official. Both the offensive player using the hand to clear space and the defender trying to do the same thing. The defensive guy got the foul.
Having watched Steele Bates for 4 years, that's common.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the hand fighting between the defender and Steele.
Now Carpenter will check out Bates. 18-15 Bobcats. Off the high pick and the switch. Bates against Lauer. Out on top, Stom, left wing. Checking! His third 3 of the half. And we're tied at 18.
Stom's presence the second half of the season and his improvement is the reason why the Muskies are in the position they're in now.
You can't leave him stand alone.
No.
Almost halfway through, and there's a foul.
They're going to get Genzer running through the screen over top of Cam Lauer.
Well, we might have bought a little bit of that, but there was contact.
Yeah, there was contact. And it doesn't hurt to sell it if you need to.
Snake oil salesman, there you go. 4:14 left in the half. 18-18. If you had the over in this one, I don't know if that's going to pay off tonight, right?
Right. It looked like it was going over early.
Right side, Lauer passes to Matthews. Lawrence. Back to Carpenter. Matthews on the left wing. Swings it right side. And back out on top to Lauer for 3. Check in. Inside out. Second 3 of the night for Lauer.
You can't give anybody from Cambridge a decent look, or it's going to, they're bullseye all night.
Well, these two teams together have shot about 1,000 threes this year, so that's not a secret. Bates for 3. Counted. His second 3 of the night, tied at 21. Multiples of 3.
Wow. Last 3 shots have went in for John Glenn.
Carpenter, hesitation down the lane, kick out. Gregg will step, take the dribble, shoot the three.
Bam! And Cambridge now has made their last three.
His third. Bates runs it up the floor. All the way in, and his runner good. And one!
What were you saying about if you played the over, you're probably not going to win? Just as soon as you said that, look out.
Keep your mouth shut.
Teams have combined for 7 straight makes.
24-23 Cats in a three-point play chance the old-fashioned way as Bates heads to the line. He's 78% free throw shooter.
First free throw of the night.
Yeah, for either team. And it is up. No good. Rebound. Comes down long. Bates will chase it down in the corner. And they'll call the shove from behind. Mason Gregg on the foul.
How about 7 rebounds for Steele Bates right now?
Him and Carpenter both. They're the guys that just do it all.
Yeah, Carpenter has 4, and 2 of those are offensive.
Jenkins checks back in. Mason Gregg gets a break. 2:56 left here in the half. Kick in. 3. Catching. Briggs. Bobcat didn't get out on him quick enough, and he just caught it and shot it.
Just caught him sleeping a little bit.
Tap from behind by Bates, nearly stolen away. Bobcats will retain possession right in front of the Muskies student section.
Both teams with fantastic student sections tonight. Very loud, spirited.
26-24, Muskies with the lead. To Lauer. Open on the left side, doesn't take it. To the right corner, and Matthews, he'll pass one up as well. Lauer has to swing it back out on top to Carpenter. Zemensky steps on in.
Maysville leads at the end of the first quarter.
And the foul called. That looked like the Muskies were going to get a breakaway there, but Lauer got shoved away from the ball. John Glenn fans not happy about the call, but there was contact.
Maysville leads 26-14 at the end of the first quarter as they're playing Carrollton at Claymont.
Zemensky picks up his second. Team's second. Lauer goes in the backcourt to Carpenter with Dolan on him. Goes right down the lane, throws it off the glass, fall into the floor, lays it in.
Teams have combined for 9 straight makes. Make that 10.
Beats everybody down the floor for an easy deuce. His first bucket of the night. 28-26, John Glenn.
Rarely do you see teams combine for 10 straight makes.
Not at this level.
No.
Where's the defense, right?
You and I couldn't do that in the driveway.
Yeah, in the dark with nobody on us. Bobcats working it around the outside. Carpenter with 1.5 to go takes the deep 3. That one way outside. And then a hustle play by Matthews. They'll say no. He stepped out of bounds before he tapped it off a defender. Almost mistake. John Glenn here with a chance to extend their lead. Up by 2. 1:29 to go.
And the officials are going to have a talk here. And I don't know if we have a situation where there's blood on a jersey. No, we just had a substitution.
We had a substitution in there. Lawrence stepping out, Alexander back in. Bates will walk it up. Carpenter on in. To the top of the key. Off the dribble to the hoop, left hand, no good. Tapped out, rebound kept alive. Briggs will take the 3, that one long. Carpenter and a run out to Lauer, wide open, lays it up and in. Lauer cheating down the floor, and the Bobcat tied at 28.
Now we have another official's timeout, and I don't think Briggs is limping off the court, so this is going to be like an injury substitution provided by the referee here.
Zemensky back in with 1:01 left in the half. Carter could come down to who has it last.
It could be. Right now it's just nobody can get the full momentum. I thought Cambridge had it early, but a hot streak by John Glenn gets them to where they're at now.
Steele calling for a little help, trying to get Davis down on the baseline. He hasn't been able to get loose for that feed. Bates, pull up three, travels in and out, knocked out of the hands of Carpenter, kept alive. Bates has it. He'll go down the lane, feed it off to the right. Zeminski with the easy layup.
How about 6 offensive rebounds?
Dolan with the foul. He saw an opening, and Lauer able to turn his body just in time to draw contact, and Dolan picks up his first, team's third, with 21 seconds left.
But yet 6 offensive rebounds by John Glenn in this quarter is the reason they're up 2.
And Mason Gregg will check back in for Alexander. 30-28, John Glenn.
Cambridge playing a very clean game offensively, still no turnovers. And no turnovers in this quarter for John Glenn, but how can you turn it over when the first thing you do is shoot it when you cross half court?
And you don't miss.
Right.
Carpenter gets it in to Lauer, right near the timeline. Right side to Gregg. And a catch with a dangerous pass to the wing. Steele Bates was eyeing that one up and knocked it out of the hands of Carpenter with 11 seconds to go. Bobcats have the arrow. Want to get the last shot here as well.
Yeah, this is a big possession for Cambridge. Sort of a 2-for-1. You get a possession here and we want to start the half.
Ball tied up on the inbounds and stolen away by Bates. Up ahead, Davis takes it all the way in. And they'll call a blocking foul on Jenkins with 5.7 to go. Bobcat did not handle it cleanly, getting it inbound. And led to the breakaway for Davis. He'll get 2. 71% free throw shooter.
Both of these teams, Bill, are really good team free throw shooting teams. That was a collision.
Woo. Not going to get anything easy tonight.
No.
Only one free throw so far tonight. Steele Bates missed his only opportunity. Cats have not taken one. And that one rattles in.
Cambridge still going to have plenty of time to get a shot up before half.
31-28. Davis, second one is up. All net. Carpenter going to inbound it. Gets it into Jenkins. Hands it right back to him. Stop at half court. Takes the long throw.
Wow, I thought that had a chance.
That was on target, but just a little shy of the mark. Then we head to the halftime break, and the Muskies, after being down early, have battled back to take the lead. 32-28, your halftime score. Stay tuned. You don't want to leave this one for very long. Halftime score, 32-28, John Glenn. You're listening to Division 4 District Final Action from the Steel Center on 97.7 WILE and YRPtv. Back after these messages.
Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
Zemba Brothers, a commercial residential service company, is proud to sponsor the John Glenn Muskies basketball game. Zemba Brothers is known in the service industry for their integrity, work ethic, professionalism, and commitment to safety. Zemba Brothers also believes in giving back to the community that they work and live in. Let them provide a quote for your next project. 740-452-1880 or online at ZembaBrothersInc.com. Zemba Brothers Incorporated, on the move since 1987. Proud sponsor of the John Glenn Muskies.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions Mental Health Urgent Care.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Vicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Vicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
Buying a new home? Exciting. Figuring out how you're going to finance it? Not always so exciting. But that's what Angie Bradley and her team at First Ohio Home Finance are here for. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. Sure, it sounds like a lot of abbreviations, but Angie and her staff not only know what they all stand for, they can help you find the one that's right for you. So let the team at First Ohio Home Finance and Bradley Lending Team crunch the numbers and take care of the paperwork so you can concentrate on turning your new house into your new home. Call them at 740-421-4808 or visit them 1008 Woodlawn Avenue, Cambridge.
Congratulations to the Cambridge Bobcats and the John Glenn Muskies on an incredible season and an exciting run to the district finals. At Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, we're proud to support students, athletes, and families in our community. Our licensed therapists provide outpatient mental health counseling at both Cambridge and John Glenn schools, helping students stay strong both on and off the court. Mental health matters just as much as physical health. If you or your child could use support, we are here to help. Good luck, Bobcats and Muskies.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system, and we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
Customize your ride with Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Since 1976, we've been Zanesville's trusted local experts in auto, marine, and off-road accessory installation. From rhino-lined beds and durable floor liners to lift kits, lighting, tonneau covers, and stereo systems, our skilled team offers professional installation, competitive pricing, and fast delivery. Built to order for your lifestyle, our knowledgeable technicians turn your ideas into reality. With a reputation for friendly service, quality work, and quick turnaround, expect exceptional results every time. Ready to upgrade? Call or visit Custom Vehicles today.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at the Steel Center, halftime of this Division IV final between the Bobcats and the Muskies, 32-28. John Glenn at halftime. Bobcats led it by one at the end of one period. Actually had as much as a 4-point, maybe a 6-point lead.
Got up to five.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 was the highest.
But the Muskies have battled back here at the end of the period, outscoring Cambridge 20-15 in that second period. In that first half, Alan Hunter is sponsoring our 3-point tonight. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Bobcats.
Wow.
On that side, and on the other side, 6 more. So 12 threes.
12 Alan Hunter 3-pointers.
There you go. And Kemp Insurance Agency sponsoring all of our free throws tonight. Bobcats have not attempted a free throw in the first half. The Muskies are 2 for 3 as a team. Individual scoring, Steele Bates has 8, 9 for Ben Stamm, all on outside threes, 4 for Braden Davis. Zemensky with 2, Briggs with 3, and C.J. Dolan with 6. I got to stop for a second and talk about Briggs' guts, man. The kid, you sprain your ankle, you can't hardly move, and a couple of days later, you're out here helping your team battle for a win.
Exactly. He tried it twice. The third time he went in, it looked like he may have nicked it up again. And the officials made the smart decision, said, hey, this kid needs to go off to the bench. We may have seen the last of Cooper Briggs. It's hard to tell, though. I mean, it's his last high school basketball game. It's kind of hard to tell a kid not to go out there.
Yeah. They did knock down a 3, which is basically the difference in this first half. A 4-point lead, 11 points for the Bobcats. Mason Gregg has hit 3 threes, 7 for Garrett Carpenter, including the 3 as well. Cam Lauer knocked down a couple of threes, has 8. Ryla Matthews with 2. The Bobcats have not attempted a free throw. We've got to thank all of our sponsors. It's been such a fast-paced game.
It has.
We have not been able to get into that list, but Doan Ford, Village Hardware, West 40 Auto Sales, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Vicon Services, First Ohio Home Finance, the Zemba Companies, Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, Chapman's Coffee House, Allen Hunter State Farm, Attain Wealth Partners, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, Hal Craig Insurance, Action Total Staffing, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, the Battery Depot, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, and the Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative. I'm taking the timeout. You go ahead and give me some stats.
Absolutely, Bill. So shooting-wise, John Glenn shot 12 of 27 for 44%. Cambridge shot 10 of 24 for 42%. John Glenn led in the rebounding department 19-11. John Glenn had 7 offensive rebounds. Cambridge 3 offensive rebounds. Very clean game, but we said it was a clean game mostly because the shots are going up too fast. There's not a whole lot of passing tonight, but John Glenn had 3 turnovers in the first quarter, none in the second quarter, so just 3 turnovers for John Glenn. In Cambridge, one of the keys to the game we mentioned in the pregame show, they have to take better care of the ball and be less careless. Well, they did just that. They had 1 turnover, and it happened right before halftime. As Bill mentioned right before half, right in his commentary, John Glenn was 2 of 3 from the line, and Cambridge has not shot a free throw yet. And Bill, I don't believe anybody's in foul trouble whatsoever.
Now, Bobcats have 4 guys that have a foul shot or a person, and I think for Zemensky has 2.
Zemensky with 2.
There's
so
2 other guys with 1.
So it's been a clean game. I think it's been well officiated, and it's been a lot of fun. I guarantee we're in for an electric second half.
Yeah, both these teams have battled back and forth. John Glenn come out early and took an early lead. Cats battled back, took the lead towards the end of the period. John Glenn in the second period seized the momentum a little bit and eked out a little bit of a halftime advantage there. But you're right, it's going to come down to the streaks in the game.
Right.
A break here or there. And the officials, as you said, I think they've done a great job here in the first half. And I don't know if they're hot down there, but we're hot up here.
Oh, it's hot. You know, another thing, too, I was thinking about, Bill, games like this, we look out in the crowd, and literally every row you see somebody you know. And we're all, we got to talk to a lot of good people on both sides, Cambridge and John Glenn, but a lot of good friends from both communities and a lot of good people from both communities, and this is what high school sports is all about.
Both teams have completed their warm-ups for the second half. That didn't take long.
No. I do got an update from Claymont. Maysville's up 19, 44-25. Gator Nichols with 23.
Yeah, so we kind of expected that's how that was probably going to fall together.
I thought Maysville probably win that thing by 20, but I tell you, now's when Maysville, they've been good all season, but they become a different animal about district final time.
Ready to get things underway. The Bobcats will have the opening possession of the half.
We apologize for any audio difficulties we're having, but
Dalton has it under control.
We have it under control.
Garrett Carpenter, Greg, Lauer, Matthews, and Jenkins for the Bobcats. Dolan, Zemensky, Stom, Davis, and Bates for the Muskies. Carpenter to Matthews out on top. Bates will knock it out of his hand once. And trying to get it over to Carpenter, knocked away and stolen by Dolan. He'll take it coast to coast, and Carpenter strips him going up. Muskies are not giving anything up when they're trying to get the ball to Carpenter. They are overplaying him all night.
Carpenter's been outstanding all year, 24 points per game. Once, maybe 3 or 4 games this year on his own.
Dolan to Bates, 15-footer turnaround, not there. Rebounded by Jenkins, up ahead, Carpenter. Dolan will step out on him, finds Lauer top of the key. To Matthews, back to Gregg. Left side, Jenkins for 3. Battle for the rebound, and Zemensky beats everybody to it. John Glenn with a 4-point lead and the ball. See if they can extend here in the first minute of play.
Both of these teams keep the pressure on you because everybody can shoot.
Zemensky outside the arc. Has to use up a dribble. Goes to the corner and Davis. He'll hand it off. Dolan into that right corner. Back out to Bates, and he'll get space.
A lot of patience by both teams so far in this second half.
Bates trying to go off the dribble against Carpenter. Down the lane, spins back to the right, lays it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Tapped up in the air a couple of times. Matthews finally rips it out of there. Up ahead now to Gregg. He'll take it down the lane. All the way up and lays it in. Mason Gregg having a big night, has 13. Davis with the run out, left it short. And the rebound, they'll say touch last by the Bobcat. Davis trying to beat everybody down the floor. Almost did. Just couldn't keep his momentum to the basket.
Braden really knows when he runs straight down the middle full speed, he usually gets rewarded.
Inbound. Zemensky to Dolan from 5. Good. Backed him down inside. Dolan's first point since early in the first period.
That's just a simple out-of-bounds play, but very effective.
Dolan with the body foul. Picks up his second. Trying to get the call on the sideline and forcing Lauer out of bounds. Cats got to be careful here on the inbounds. They've already lost a couple on these handoffs trying to get it to Carpenter, and they'll get one to him here. 34-30. Muskies. Just under 6 to play. Right side. Pass on the wing to Lauer, nearly stolen. Over to Carpenter. He'll take it down the lane. Double clutches, puts it in, and one. He is so good at drawing contact. And that foul on Dolan is his third.
Carpenter goes to the line. He's shooting almost 90% on the year.
Up and good. And it is a 1-point game. John Glenn with the lead and the ball. Dolan now with 3 fouls. Off the dribble, down the lane, scoops it up. That one in and out. Lauer with the rebound, a 3-on-1. Feeds it over to Carpenter, hoops it up and in. And the Cats retake the lead. 35-34.
Little run here going for the Bobcats.
Alexander against Bates. Feeds it down low. Davis. Zemensky. Back to Bates. Into the corner. 5-minute mark. Bates with the wraparound, but they'll call Alexander on the hold.
Now John Glenn's spacing.
Second.
John Glenn's spacing has just not been very good in the second half, and Cambridge has taken advantage of it.
35-34. Will stay with the Muskies. Inbound to Dolan. Battle for the inbounds and tapped out of bounds by Lauer. Right in front of the student section. We can't see it. I don't know if our camera can. That's a pretty tough angle.
Very hard from this angle.
And now Briggs will check back in. Zemensky to the bench. 5:03 left, third period. Bobcats by 1.
Keep an eye on Briggs' leg. He does not seem 100%. There is some hobble there.
Over to Bates. Again, off the dribble. Pulls it back outside the arc. Keeps that dribble alive. Takes it into the paint. Puts up the floater. Good. A lot of contact. No call.
You know, defensively, you just got to tip your hat there because they did everything they could. Bates just made an incredible shot.
His 10th point of the night. And the lead seesaws back in favor of the Muskies. Cats swinging it out on top. Deep 3. Off the mark by Lauer. And the long rebound out to Dolan. He'll slow things down. 4.5 and counting. Dolan off the dribble. Right side. Stomp to the foul line. Backdoor cut. Bates pull up 10-footer.
Good. That's something you don't see a whole lot anymore, Bills. That mid-range jumper.
Timeout on the floor. John Glenn back in command. 38-35 with 4:08 left here in the third period. We'll take a quick 30. Be back with more Division IV district final action after this.
Muskingum Electric Cooperative loves Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee. And who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take
Back
home.
at the Steel Center, 4 minutes and counting. Trap at half court by the Muskies. Bobcats identify it, move it around the outside. Lawrence back to Greg, his three. Off the back of the glass, no good. Alexander with the rebound, kicks it out for a three ball, and Carpenter's is off the mark. Long rebound down to Dolan, and he was cherry picking there for the easy two, his 10th point, and a 5-point lead for the Muskies. 3.5 to go.
Dolan's got most of his points right there at point blank range.
These teams made 12 threes in the first half. Haven't been one here in the second.
And that's crazy, because
turnover.
That's their average, both teams' average.
Stom with the floater. Comes off the front of the rim. Matthews had it, knocked out of his hand. Dolan picks it up, his three. Comes off the back of the hill, long to Carpenter. Bobcats down 5, back to Carpenter, all the way in, floats it up, and they'll call the foul. And send Carpenter to the line. See who that one's on. That one, Zemensky, is his third. So two Muskies with 3 fouls apiece. Briggs off the bench will check back in. Carpenter will head to the line and shoot 2.
All of a sudden, fouls are starting to become an issue for John Glenn.
Carpenter. Money on the first one.
2 of 2 on the night for the 1,000-point scorer.
Genser back in the ball game, as is Briggs. Second one cashed in as well. 7 points in the quarter, 14 on the night for Carpenter.
Cambridge backs it off to a man-to-man half court.
Out on top, Genser to Briggs. Back to Dolan. He'll use up the dribble to the corner. Briggs three. Cha-ching! On one leg.
His second three on the night.
Biggest lead of the night. Lauer going the other way. We'll lay it all the way up and in.
That was too easy there for Lauer.
Yeah. Defense backed off of him. Dolan going the other way. And he'll get the layup right back.
Up and down we go again, Bill.
There's so much sweat out there. These players slipping all over the place.
They are.
Carpenter beats Briggs off the dribble. His floater off the rim. Genser will hand it off to Dolan. Muskies can open up a big lead here. 45-39, under 2 to play. Again, Dolan down the lane. Again to the hoop. Rebound, stick back, Genser. (47-39). Timeout on the floor. Bobcats will take the full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to high school tournament action on 97.7 and YRPtv. Back after this.
Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
The Battery Depot is a local battery and multi-purpose shop in Cambridge. They carry a wide selection of batteries, such as interstate, automotive, industrial, marine, and gas and electric golf cart batteries. At Battery Depot, battery testing and most battery installations are free. They carry rechargeable, household, and everyday batteries and can even rebuild power tools and battery packs. They're conveniently located on Campbell Avenue in Cambridge, or give them a call at 740-432-2000.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at the Steel Center, 47-39. Your Southeastern Ohio Credit Union scoreboard update. Another Zemba Company timeout. And the Bobcats off that timeout need to get something going on offense. Muskies setting up that half-court trap. Get the Lauer across the timeline. They'll say touch out of bounds, and Genser.
And I do know the people sitting in that front row did not like that call. He called the tip sign, and everybody thought he was going to go the way of John Glenn, but he did not. It stays with Cambridge.
Bobcats got lucky that time. Inbound to Carpenter. Zeminski on him. He's got 3 fouls. Hands it off to Lauer. And there's a hand check. Stahm picks up his second.
That will be 2 on Stahm. 4.
Team's fourth.
Team's fourth.
Lawrence steps in. Alexander out for Cambridge. Bobcats have struggled tonight at times to get the ball in bounds out of some of these set plays.
Lawrence, the sophomore, taking it out of bounds.
Finally goes in late. Saved in bounds. And then knocked out of bounds again by the Muskies. Boy,
that was a hot mess.
Woo!
I thought each team had it 3 times.
Yeah, they might have. Everything else in this place is wet tonight from the hot humidity.
It is.
I bet that ball is too.
It has to be.
Inbound. Lawrence in the corner. Top of the key for 3 by Carpenter. In and out. Rebound by Lauer. Foul on the way up.
That's a strong rebound there by
they're going to call Lauer with the foul. His second.
I believe Lauer possibly had an arm on the shoulder of Stahm.
Climbing the back. Team second, 1:07 to go. Still 47-39. John Glenn now with the ball. They got the arrow in their favor as well. Dolan, little hesitation down the lane, all the way to the hoop. And they'll call Lauer back-to-back foul.
Dolan had 31 in their district semifinal win up at Coshocton the other night. And so far, he's been getting to the hole tonight.
If he can't do it, Steele Bates can. They both
true.
Have that same ability. Lauer picks up his third.
Dolan 78% at the charity stripe.
Don't miss many. 57 seconds left in the period. John Glenn. Well, I put the whammy on him again, didn't I?
I bet he'd beat us in the putting contest, though.
The broadcaster jinx. Anytime you mention how well a guy shoots.
Well, Hunter, I do it every single time.
Second one is good. 48-39, biggest lead of the night for the Muskies.
Cambridge has to have a good possession here, Bill. They're out of sorts the last several times down the court.
Yeah, after scoring several times in a row, have not scored in about the last 3.5 minutes.
Kochek has this extended zone here.
Trap at half court. Slowing things down for sure. To Carpenter. They'll close his 3 out, but he'll penetrate, put up the shot. Block, got his own rebound back, hangs in the paint. Missed it again. And finally, Steele Bates clears it out of there. Under 30 to play. Bates against Alexander. To the foul line and back out. Seniors who know what they're doing, and Coach Sheck is going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here.
Coach Sheck wants his last possession, and he's going to get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
He wanted to make sure, although I think that's what Bates was thinking.
Right.
What we got the possession, we got time. We're not going to push it here, but hey, Coach had a timeout to take.
Might as well use it.
Might as well use it. 48-39. Your Southeastern Ohio Credit Union scoreboard update. Muskies on top, Another Zemba timeout. Thanking Bicon Services, the Zemba Companies, Allen Hunter State Farm, the Battery Depot, and Action Total Staffing for tonight's broadcast. Bobcats have let it slip away a little bit here in this third period.
Three turnovers, Bill, and they've made 4 field goals this second half, I should say, but I believe the switch to the half-court zone has affected Cambridge a little bit.
Certainly has. Dolan will head to the backcourt, take it in. Lawrence will step on him at the half-court stripe. Doesn't have a count on yet. 8 seconds left. Takes it off the dribble. Feeds it to the corner. Bates will throw it at the hoop. No good. Cats come down with it. Lawrence from half-court throws it into the next county.
That would be Guernsey County.
That would be. 48-39. Muskies with the lead as we head to the fourth period. Stay tuned. Division 4 district final. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
It's your life, and you call the shots. But when the unexpected happens, you need a strong team to help you rebound. At the Howell Craig Insurance Agency, we can assist you with selecting the best insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, or business, you want Ohio Mutual on your team. The ball is in your court. Give us a call at 740-638-5058. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at the Seal Center. Here we go with the fourth period. Dolan again to the hoop. That one short of the mark and into the hands of Carpenter, who pushed it the other way. Right side to Lauer, who's going to step into a three. Pulled it back down, puts it up. No good. Tapped on the floor. And the Muskies will get to it first. Thom. Left side to Bates. Or check that, Dolan. Now back out on top to Bates. 7.5 left. And the winner gets the Sweet 16 in Maysville.
Just a reminder, that will be at OUE on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
A.J. Lawrence picks up the foul. Bobcats first of the quarter, his first of the game. And this is where John Glenn's just so good.
John Glenn will possession you to death here in a situation where they're up 9.
And this is exactly what Bates did to him before. He went to the foul line late in the game and put it away. He takes this one to the hoop and lays it in. The 11-point margin. Bobcats again fire from deep, and that one again off the rim. Cleared out by Stahl. Cambridge is settling for a lot of deep threes.
Yeah, that's probably the 5th or 6th 25-plus footer they've shot tonight.
Haven't made one in this second half after making 6 in the first half. Bates again down the lane. Trying to get it to Davis. Cat saw it coming, tapped it away. Push it up the floor. Carpenter down the lane. Kick out. Will get it back and take a three that's blocked. That length of the Muskies. The factor again. And Lauer again with the foul. His fourth. Second on the Bobcats. Bates, little hesitation. Lauer jumped in front of him, couldn't get out of the way.
I've got Bates for 10 rebounds. Officially unofficial.
Oh, he had a bunch in the first half, you said.
Yeah.
With 6:20 to go. John Glenn with the ball and a comfortable lead. Bates again off the dribble. Cut off on the baseline, turns around, his 15-footer off the mark, but got the rebound, right back and sticks it in. And one.
Ben Staum, big time, heads up, always in the right place at the right time.
Staum
Nice
with the
dish.
rebound, Alexander with the foul, and Bates a chance for a three-point play. And the Muskies have taken command of this one. 6:09 to go, 52-39. Your Southeastern Ohio Credit Union scoreboard update. We'll keep it here, partner.
Well, you know, first thing I'm thinking here, 13-point lead, that's obviously we got plenty of time left. But the way Cambridge shoots it, I mean, you're a minute or two from tying this thing back up right away. Obviously, John Glenn has the momentum right now. So let's see what changes are made out of this timeout. This is going to be a full timeout. But yeah, in that third quarter, John Glenn just started doing the small things, taking their time a little bit. Cambridge struggling shooting the basketball and maybe baffled a little bit by that half-court zone that Coach Scheck provided to them in the third quarter.
Another Zemba timeout. Yeah, the Muskies are not going to let you get back in it. They're not going to give you enough possessions. The way they handle the ball, they're going to get to the line in this fourth period multiple times.
3 fouls already on Cambridge. We've only played a minute 51, so 3 fouls on Cambridge. So look for you're right, John Glenn to take their time, make Cambridge come foul them.
Bates 0 for 1 tonight, 78% on the season. Cash that one in. He was 8 of 11 in the fourth period against Cambridge in their first matchup. So you know he's going to get opportunity.
We're going to see a lot of free throw shooting possibly by Steele Bates.
Bobcat trying to set something up on the offensive side. Matthew. The Carpenter splits defenders, takes it in, double clutches, left hand scoop. Will not go down. Genser with the rebound. Hands it off to Bates. He'll slow things down to a crawl. 5.5 left in the game. Bates against Alexander, who's got 3. Takes the high pick, down the lane, spins, right hand, good. Bates had 29 the first time. He's on that pace again. 19 tonight. Mason Gregg, an out-of-control runner off the glass and cleared out of there by Bates. He'll get it over to Zeminski.
We are going to see some pressure here from the Bobcats.
They have to. That's not their game, but they've got to do something here to force a little bit more tempo out of the Muskies. Tapped away from behind by Carpenter. Mason Gregg picked it up, but had the ball knocked out of his hand, and the Muskies will retain possession. Dolan.
Quick back-to-back turnovers.
Across the timeline, spins down the lane. That one won't go, and then knocked out of bounds, touched by Zeminski. It will be Cambridge ball with 4:34 left. Coach McCord trying to play a little offense-defense here with Cam Lauer. Bobcats made 6 threes in the first half, have not made 1 in the second.
And the John Glenn length has given Cambridge problems. There's some long, lengthy arms out there in the maroon.
Yeah, it's not like the Bobcats are taking short threes either.
Right.
Lauer, top of the key, passed up a 3, takes one pressured, and they'll call the foul.
That's going to be 4 on Zeminski.
And here comes help from the bench. Zeminski picks up number 4, and that will send Lauer to the line to shoot 3.
Smart play by Lauer.
Hey, better to score with the clock stopped if you can, and Cam Lauer knocks the first one in. He was 6 of 6 the other night against Indian Valley.
All lefties got that smooth stroke.
Second one, good as well. As Davis checks back in, Genser takes a seat. Briggs back in the game as well. Cooper Briggs picking spots tonight. He's hit 2 threes. And Lauer goes 3 for 3. And it's 55-42 halfway through the period.
Cambridge perfect at the charity stripe, 6 of 6.
Staum across the timeline. Hands it off to Bates. Down the lane. Behind Davis. Reverse. Layup. Good. Those guys know each other so well.
Such a nice look there, and that's not an easy layup either by Davis. That's a good job there by Davis. Had the right spin on it.
I'd like to have a nickel for every time they've done that this year. 15-footer, no good by Alexander. Carpenter trying to get the tie up. Briggs will control the rebound. Kick it back to Bates. Lauer on him. He has 4, has to be careful. Stom up ahead. Dolan to Davis to Briggs for 3. Catching!
That's a big, big shot there by Cooper Briggs. Gutsy.
60-42. Muskies. 3.5 to go. Full timeout on the floor. Grab your popcorn. We'll take the break. Back with more right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at the Steel Center, 60-42, your Southeastern Ohio Credit Union update. Bobcats find themselves down 18 as Carpenter has his pocket picked by Bates, who keeps it alive. Davis to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Carpenter lost the handle again. Bates for 2. (62-42). Carpenter, 3, catching. And a quick timeout by the Bobcats. They've got to do everything they can to preserve as much clock as possible. Just a short one. We'll thank our sponsors here: Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Doan Ford, Village Hardware, West 40 Auto Sales, and the Ohio Children's Trust Fund. This is Zenba timeout for the Bobcats. They've still got a couple left, don't they? I think 3 left.
3 left. I thought it was the other way around, but yeah, Cambridge has 3 timeouts. John Glenn has 2. And that, I'm going to tell you one thing, Bill. That's a huge shot there by Carpenter. If that doesn't go in, and John Glenn rebounds that ball, I would have put the nail. I would have put the nail in the coffin pretty much. It gives you a little bit of hope if you're Cambridge.
Yeah.
John Glenn has to take care of the basketball, and they're going to get. Cambridge is going to have to get a little physical and take some risks.
After a first half where the Bobcats hardly ever turned the ball over, this second half has been a nightmare. They've lost the handle numerous times.
Little three-quarter court, 1-2-2.
Cats trapping at half court across the top. Muskies with no problem handling that one. Down the lane. Dolan. I'm sure Coach said free throws and layups, right?
And
free
that's
throws
a layup.
and layups. And that one counts. Carpenter, deep 3, right side, an air ball. And knocked out of bounds off of the Bobcat by Steele Bates. Always a heads-up play by him.
And Dolan got leveled on that screen. But if your teammates got to say screen, it might be hard to hear in here. I'm sure it is.
It's hard for us to hear.
Right.
I haven't heard a whistle yet.
You're right.
Dolan on the inbounds. To Stom, now Bates. Back to Stom and across the timeline. He's trapped at half court, finds Dolan.
Briggs wants to shoot it again.
He does. Briggs to Davis, down the lane to Bates. And back out on top. Stom with the defense collapsing on him. Hands it off, gets it right back.
There's that spacing.
Davis will touch it under the basket and kick it back out. Seniors know what to do.
Yeah.
Well, especially when your coach is right there telling you, right?
Exactly. Throw it where they aren't. And there's a nice pass.
To Davis. Precision.
And I think Coach Scheck used another timeout. He wants to make sure this thing doesn't slip away if for any reason.
Clock is winding down, 1:42 to go. 66-45, John Glenn, your Southeastern Ohio Credit Union update. Thank the Battery Depot, Guernsey Muskingum Electric, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, and Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions.
You know, at halftime, I never expected this.
No.
It's been a barrage.
It looked like it was going to come down to the final possession.
Right.
But there was about a 3-minute, maybe 2-minute part of that third period that the Cats made some mental mistakes, turned it over. John Glenn converted those into buckets. And once they got the lead, it was a whole different ball game.
It was a 1-for, let me count this up real quick, 1-for-8 shooting stretch with 3 turnovers in that stretch, and that was the name of the game right there. That pretty much propelled John Glenn to this position they're in right now.
Cats against some light full court pressure. Carpenter across the timeline to Mason Gray. He'll take the dribble to the hoop, puts it up shy of the hoop, and then the rebound after a little
guess who comes up with it?
Battle, Steele Bates. He's got a double-double. 21 points. Lots of free throws to Genser, to Davis. Tried to go back to Genser and then knocked out of bounds. Well, nope, saved in bounds by the Cats.
Davis probably had a layup.
Yeah, passed it up to try to go to a teammate. Carpenter again for 3. And again, well off the mark. Cats just taking bombs, taking shots.
John Glenn contingent on their feet.
A minute to go. Bates down the lane. Content to dribble clock out at this point. 37 and counting. Bobcats not going to foul from here on out, it doesn't look like. 66-45. Dolan, Genser, Bates out on top. Looking for a rematch against the Maysville Panthers on Wednesday.
All MVL regional final at OUE. I'm sorry, regional semifinal, that is.
Final 10 seconds, and the Muskies celebrate a district championship.
Really impressive second half, Bill, by the Muskies, and 2 really good teams going at it here. I believe Cambridge got themselves, just shot themselves out of it, and they shot the ball well to begin the game, but they did shoot themselves out of it. Sometimes they say strong start, leads to not a strong finish, and John Glenn made some key adjustments there in the second half, made some big shots. Just a great effort by the John Glenn Muskies, but congratulations to Cambridge, a great year, Buckeye 8 champs, back-to-back OVAC 4A champs. Coach Logan McCord has a lot to be proud of. He's got this program going in the right direction. I'll tell you this, old Gene Ford would be proud of Logan McCord and the progress they're making right now. But right now it's John Glenn's moment as the students and the team celebrate out on the court.
I see a redhead in that group somewhere.
He's probably one of the contenders out there in the middle.
Final score tonight, 66-45. The Muskies, district champions, moving on to the regional on Wednesday. We're going to step out our post-game wrap-up, pay a few bills. Final score again, 66 for the Muskies, 45 for the Bobcats. We'll be back at the Steel Center right after these messages.
Support is ready right when you are. No appointments, no hassle. Just walk into our office at 831 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and get fast, compassionate care. All Wells walk in now, because the best time to feel better is now. Be well, stay well, all well.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Muskingum Valley Youth Shooting Sports Banquet on Saturday, March 14th. There'll be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, March 14th at the Muskingum County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults, $25 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott at 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee, and who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
Get the perfect mix of strength and style with this 2019 Ford F-250 Lariat Crew Cab at Doan Ford. Powered by a 6.2-liter V8 engine and showing only 80,000 miles, this truck is ready to handle any job you throw at it. Enjoy premium Lariat comfort, advanced tech, and the reliability you expect from Ford's Super Duty lineup. Whether it's work or weekend fun, this F-250 delivers. Stop in at Doan Ford today and take this powerful truck for a test drive at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road in Belmont.
Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
Zemba Brothers, a commercial residential service company, is proud to sponsor the John Glenn Muskies basketball game. Zemba Brothers is known in the service industry for their integrity, work ethic, professionalism, and commitment to safety. Zemba Brothers also believes in giving back to the community that they work and live in. Let them provide a quote for your next project. 740-452-1880 or online at ZembaBrothersInc.com. Zemba Brothers Incorporated, on the move since 1987. Proud sponsor of the John Glenn Muskies.
Honestly, Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions Mental Health Urgent Care.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back to the Steel Center, Division 4 District Champion. John Glenn Muskies receiving their awards at halftime after surgically taking apart the Bobcats 66-45. It's 32-28 at halftime. Bobcats actually led after one period and had a lead as much as 5 points in that first half, but John Glenn battled back, took the lead at halftime, and extended it to 48-39 after three. And you could just sense at that point blood in the water as the Muskies
100%
spread the floor out and got to the line a little bit and took the Bobcats to the hoop in that fourth period, outscoring them 18-6 in that final stanza. Individual scoring tonight for the Bobcats, who finished their season as district runner-up in a 22-3 record. Outstanding job by Coach Logan McCourt. Jared Carpenter finishes his career with 17 points, a 3-for-3 effort at the foul line, and a couple of threes tonight. 13 for senior Mason Gregg, who knocked down 3 threes as well. And Cam Lauer, the junior, with 13 points as well. He had a couple of threes early, also perfect to the line, and then just 2 points for Ryland Matthews, the only other scorer for the Bobcats. For the Muskies, led by senior Steele Bates, 21 points. You had him with double-digit rebounds.
12 rebounds, yes.
An outstanding effort by him. He knocked down a couple of early threes. Got to the line a couple of times there. Braden Davis with just 8 tonight, 2 for 2 at the line. Ben Stomp, 3 early threes got his team going. He didn't score again, but he did other things as well. But he finishes with 9. Oakley Zemensky with 2. Cooper Briggs on a one wheel tonight. Steps up and knocks down 3 threes. And 15 points for C.J. Dolan. 6 in the first half, and then he had a big third period that helped separate these two teams, and then hung on there in the fourth period with another 2. But it has been Bates and Dolan for most of the year doing the heavy lifting, but they get help from so many of their teammates.
They do.
And the defense tonight, every one of them stepped up and played well.
Defense played extremely well tonight. John Glenn held well under their season average, but defensively, they just put the clamps down in the second half. Bill, they actually held Cambridge to 24% shooting, 6 of 25 in the second half. But on the other side of that, John Glenn shot 14 of 23 for 61% in that second half. And that was just the name of the game. The defensive job that John Glenn did in the second half, then the spacing once they got the lead, and as you kept saying, they surgically, did their maneuvers offensively to get layups and or foul shots, with the exception of Cooper Briggs tonight, who Cooper in the second half, up 15 where you think he's not going to pass it, says, I'm just going to shoot this 3, and it was the dagger. Puts him up 18, and we're going to give him the great clips, great play of the game for that dagger 3-point shot from the right wing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we might even have that replay. I think Dalton is going to pull it up there, and we'll show that to you again. Just great ball movement as the Muskies had all night long. Pass it around the outside, get it to the paint, back everybody in, you kick it out to the corner, and that's what Briggs seems to do so well. He finds his spot from that right corner, boom, cha-ching for 3.
Both teams, shot about their average for threes tonight, but
well, they did it in the first half.
They did it in the first half, but John Glenn ended up shooting, for the game, 26 for 50. You shoot 52%, you're going to be hard to beat. Cambridge ended up shooting 33%, 16 of 39. John Glenn did a really good job on the boards too, Bill. they out-rebounded Cambridge by 12. They out-rebounded them 35-23, 9 offensive rebounds for the Muskies, 6 offensive rebounds for Coach McCord's Cats. And the turnovers weren't too bad. 8 turnovers for Cambridge, 6 turnovers for John Glenn. Pretty clean game in that facet. 6 of 6 for the line for Cambridge, 4 of 6 for John Glenn. But the second half stats of the shooting, holding Cambridge to 6 of 25, that put the nail in the coffin for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the Cats unable to hang in there in that third period. As you said, a few turnovers. It wasn't a lot, but every one of them the Muskies took advantage of, got points on the other end, and then the Bobcats just started launching some threes. But this is a team that lived with the three all year. And tonight, it was there in the first half. 6 threes by the Cats in the first half, 6 by the Muskies. In the second half, the Bobcats with 1 3. And Cooper Briggs led the Muskies. He had 2 in the second half, and that was it. Everything else was in the paint and or missed shots by the Bobcats.
Right. I just thought, I thought Cambridge was really good in that first quarter, especially the first quarter and a half. And their time ran out. They had a great season again. Nothing to be ashamed of, but tonight's John Glenn's night. And guess what they get to do on Wednesday at OUE at 7 p.m.? They get to face the defending state champs, old MVL foe, Maysville. And Maysville beat them 3 months ago on 12-9, so December 9th, 69-57. But I have to point this out. Last year, I know that's last season, that was one of Maysville's few losses. John Glenn went to Maysville and won. So I look for a great atmosphere at the Eco Center, they call it now. But it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. Wednesday night, 7 p.m., John Glenn and Maysville, round 2 for a trip to Athens.
Maysville is going to be tough to beat. They play with such precision. But if there's a team that athletically and experience-wise and coaching-wise can do it,
it could be
I
John
think it's this Muskie team. They have that ability, and it's the chip they've been carrying around with them all year.
It is, and here's a team right now that has 1 loss on the year. They've got an incredible winning streak going on, 23 straight now. So, and all they have to hear all the time is, okay, you're doing all right, but you're not Maysville. You're not Maysville, and I'm sure that's sticking in their craw. And they're thinking about that, just like tonight. I mean, they were the 3 seed. John Glenn was the 3 seed, and Cambridge was the 2 seed. And Coach Scheck had to be saying, guys, we beat them on their home court. We had 1 less loss. How are they ranked above us? And just keep digging it into them that people think they're better than you. And maybe that's what they have to do against Maysville as well.
Well, I talked to Coach Scheck about that before the game, and you could tell. I said, you haven't mentioned that a little bit, have you? And he said, how did that happen? How did that happen? He said, how does that happen? And, but, is that one of those bulletin board things? If you need something like that, I don't think they needed that to get his kids ready to go tonight. But they played an outstanding second half. At the end of that first half, into the third period, it was just they knew they had been here before and what they needed to do to execute. And they came out in that second half and started to put a little bit of different pressure. That half-court trap on the Bobcats, make them slow things down. And
very much affected them, Bill, yes.
Look at different spots on the floor to try to score from, and that was a problem. So we're about ready to take one more break here, and then come back. We'll wrap this one up. We got a player of the game that we're going to give away, and we'll do that. After a couple of more messages, you're listening to Division 4 District Final Action from the Steel Center on WILE and YRPtv as they cut down the nets at the Steel Center. We'll be back after this.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Vicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember Vicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
Buying a new home? Exciting. Figuring out how you're going to finance it? Not always so exciting. But that's what Angie Bradley and her team at First Ohio Home Finance are here for. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. Sure, it sounds like a lot of abbreviations, but Angie and her staff not only know what they all stand for, they can help you find the one that's right for you. So let the team at First Ohio Home Finance and Bradley Lending Team crunch the numbers and take care of the paperwork so you can concentrate on turning your new house into your new home. Call them at 740-421-4808 or visit them 1008 Woodlawn Avenue, Cambridge.
Congratulations to the Cambridge Bobcats and the John Glenn Muskies on an incredible season and an exciting run to the district finals. At Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, we're proud to support students, athletes, and families in our community. Our licensed therapists provide outpatient mental health counseling at both Cambridge and John Glenn schools, helping students stay strong both on and off the court. Mental health matters just as much as physical health. If you or your child could use support, we are here to help. Good luck, Bobcats and Muskies.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
Customize your ride with Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Since 1976, we've been Zanesville's trusted local experts in auto, marine, and off-road accessory installation. From rhino-lined beds and durable floor liners to lift kits, lighting, tonneau covers, and stereo systems, our skilled team offers professional installation, competitive pricing, and fast delivery. Built to order for your lifestyle, our knowledgeable technicians turn your ideas into reality. With a reputation for friendly service, quality work, and quick turnaround, expect exceptional results every time. Ready to upgrade? Call or visit Custom Vehicles today.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee. And who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back to the Steel Center. 66-45 victory for the Muskies, and we're honored to have Coach Scheck here with us in the postgame. And Coach, outstanding effort by your kids, and I said a couple of times, and you can go ahead and put the exclamation point on this. What a gutsy performance by Cooper Briggs.
Yeah, Cooper, we weren't even sure he was going to be able to play. He could barely run yesterday, but just, we talked to him, and he's earned the opportunity to go tell us whether he can do it or not. And, he actually came to me, and we talked about him not starting. And he said, absolutely, I need to get the adrenaline flowing with the game. And then, he came in there. He actually missed the first couple shots, but, hit some big ones down the stretch. And now he might be hurting tomorrow, but he probably feels pretty good right now.
Well, I'm sure this is the best salve to heal that wound right now is a little victory celebration. And Coach, a close ball game throughout the first half. Your guys, right at the end of the first half, kind of seized the lead a little bit. Then you come out and switch the defenses up a little bit and trap at half court and stretch it out a little bit. And it was like it clicked, everything that they'd been doing all year.
Yeah,
okay, we got the lead.
Yeah, we did a nice job there in the second half of just trying to make them just throw them off a little bit. They got too many good players, too many good shooters to just leave them, get comfortable with our man-to-man. Of course, our full court pressure against them didn't work very well tonight, which they got good guards. You kind of expect that. But I was proud of our guys to kind of create a little bit of chaos there, and I thought we rebounded the ball pretty good in the second half too.
Yeah, and the defense stepped up when it needed to. Weren't a lot of turnovers both ways. I think we might have had you guys with 5 or something like that, but and for them 8 or 9. But it came in spurts, and you guys were able to take advantage of that and extend the game. And when you get to that point, it's foul us or get layups.
Right. And I thought our guys, once we were able to get that lead up to about 9-10 points, I was telling our guys, they got to come get us. And I like the ball and steal, CJ, Ben, those guys' hands. I thought they did a heck of a job just controlling the basketball, and like you said, not turning it over and kind of forcing Cambridge to play a little bit from behind. But what a fun environment. I talked to Coach McCourt there, and obviously you feel for those guys, and they had a tremendous season. But, kids in today's game don't get to play in front of a crowd like this. So it was really fun. We're fortunate to come out on top, but what a fun environment.
Well, and it only builds from here. You get the rematch that certainly in the back of everybody's mind has been thinking, we just won another shot. And you got that coming up against Maysville.
Yeah, and, it's one of those things where, that's all we wanted. We had two main goals when we came into this season, try to win the league in the big school division and try to win a district title, and from there we'll see what happens. And obviously, Maysville's a different animal, but our kids, kind of like I just said on the radio there, our kids, when the Cambridge kids, they're buddies outside of the court, but when the ball is tipped, it's a good rivalry, and both sides are very competitive, but win or lose, both teams are outstanding in how they conduct themselves, and Maysville will be very similar. Maysville kids and our kids are very good friends outside the court, but when the ball goes up, it's a different thing. But, we're excited about the opportunity. That's all you can ask for. You give Maysville all the credit in the world for what they've accomplished the last 4 years, and all we ask for is a shot.
Hey, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations tonight. Good luck on Wednesday. They're saving a little net for you down
buddy,
there.
I appreciate it.
You know how to do that. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Coach Eric Jack, Muskies head coach here at Muskingum College in the Steel Center.
They're waiting on him, Bill. There's one piece of net left.
I said, we got to wrap this up. They got the net hanging for you down there. They're not going to take it down till he cuts it down. He gets the last piece of it there and take that home, and he'll make the walk. And
it might work out better because he's getting the full clap as he walks down the steps.
Yeah. While he's doing that, we're going to give our Player of the Game award out, our free pizza from Plus One Pizza. And who better to get that? We're playing in the Steel Center.
Might as well give it to Steel Bates.
Steel Bates, why not? He had a great night tonight. Double-double, 21 point, 12 rebounds. As Coach said a couple of times there as we talked to him, he said, I want the ball in my guys' hands. There at the end of him and CJ, those guys know what to do with it. Ben, they know what to do with it. And he said, I trusted those guys to have the ball with the game on the line. We knew that they were going to make good decisions.
They spaced them out, and made the right passes. And not only when you make the right passes, you've got to get in the passing lane that's available. And I thought John Glenn did a great job of that toward the end. And big district title win here for the John Glenn Muskies. Take a day or two off. Cooper Briggs.
Ice.
Got to get ice. Got to get some ice on that leg, foot area. And
bet it don't hurt right now.
No, nothing hurting right now. So, but what a big Friday night victory here at Muskingum University with two neighboring rivals.
Want to thank our guys here. Dalton Gambita doing a great job for us. Got things set up and took care of a couple of technical. Well, we always have some technical difficulties. I think it must be our electric and magnetic personalities that cause that.
No doubt about it. But Dalton never flinches. My man,
under control.
Ice in his veins. And Erica,
Erica did a great job on camera tonight.
I want to wish Erica all the best of luck. She's going to Brigham Young next year. So,
and what award did she just recently get?
She was the most outstanding senior at Mideast.
Fantastic,
how about that?
Erica.
So,
hey.
And the outstanding teacher, Cam Summers, our former colleague here at AVC.
Thanks for. Congratulations to both them and to the Muskies tonight. They will survive and advance tonight. It turned out to be an easy win. I'm sure Coach Jack would probably say differently.
I think he would.
At 66-45, the final score here from the Steel Center. If you're wondering, yes, it will be a rematch with Maysville on Wednesday at the Echo Center in St. Clairsville. I'm sure you'll be able to buy tickets online, get there early.
72-44
final.
So, as expected.
I'm sure that was a surgical performance as well.
I am sure.
Everybody in Eastern Ohio want to be at that game, so if you want to get a ticket, you better jump in line early.
Jump on it quick.
Well, thank everybody who stayed tuned tonight, watched us from all over the place, from Florida through Ohio and parts beyond. We appreciate that. And all your support throughout the season, and all of our sponsors for tonight's game. And all the threes sponsored by Allen Hunter State Farm, the timeouts by Zimba Companies, and our free throws tonight by the Kemp Insurance Agency. For the entire AVC team, and for my man Mike Snively, I'm Bill Kafuri. We'll talk at you again soon. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to high school basketball on WILE Byesville, Cambridge. High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports.